Okay, so we going through stuff.
We've been homeless for 5 days to avoid paying rent.
Wellness check. Wellness check. Anybody home? Wellness check.
We're a family of 8 living in a tent in a 24-foot camper by choice.
Excuse me, are you okay?
You ever been so broke that you started budgeting out toilet paper squares?
There was a time when living in a tent was seen as temporary, an emergency, a disaster, something that happened after everything else had already gone wrong. But in today's economy, that line has shifted. Now, tents are appearing not because people stopped trying, but because they can't afford rent anymore. People who work, people who had apartments not long ago, people who followed the rules they were told would keep them safe. They didn't suddenly lose ambition. They didn't give up on life. They were priced out. Rents rose faster than wages. Renewals became unaffordable. Affordable housing vanished. And when the choice became rent or food, rent or medical care, rent or survival, people chose survival. So tents became shelter, not because they're acceptable, but because they're all that's left.
Okay, so we going through stuff to try to see what's needed and stuff go to storage, but like, so ignore the best, but it's a lot. So you got the dog, and I'll show you the inside of the tent when it's cleaned out.
Okay, so I'm kind of obsessed with whether I'm going to find a place to live or not, because like I said, that lady, I'm like, all right, I get it, my dog's bugging you, that's reasonable, but just, I don't like the personal thing. I'm like, oh, that makes it easy for me to say no to a ride. So anyways, I just want to get out of here. It's too far away from where I work. I mean, I'd still stay in the city if I get a really cheap place to rent, but all of a sudden I'm not seeing anything. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then my plan B is to just storage and go camping right near my work. I mean, even a campsite with a shower and then occasional hotels is much cheaper than my rent. Fucking crazy, huh? So it's gonna be uncomfortable, but fuck.
We've been homeless for 5 days to avoid paying rent. We gotta get this snow off this tent. This snow is crushing our tent. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
So we're gonna do this periodically throughout the day, throughout the storm.
Also, to keep our water from freezing, we're keeping it in this second tent with us. It's so cold, all of our water gets frozen. It's gonna snow for 8 more hours.
That was good. You like how I just jumped in there? It was natural.
We're a family of 8 living in a tent in a 24-foot camper by choice. You ever been so broke that you started budgeting out toilet paper squares? Gave up the house, gave up the bills, gave up the fake idea of stability that was really just a paycheck to paycheck and panic attack. We work 70 hours a week to live a life that we can't even enjoy. So now we're doing a different budget style, chaos, hot dogs and hustle, baby. So here's a little bit of what our budget looks like with 6 kids, 3 dogs, and 2 exhausted parents. The dream that is going to cost us $10,000 in just 5 weeks. So for breakfast, not because it's easy, but because it's cheap. Values, cinnamon, toasty wannabes, $2.24. I mean, come on. Ramen noodles, hot dogs, sandwiches, one-pot meals, lots of rice and beans. Do paper plates because washing dishes in this 24-foot camper, $100 a month RV lot rent, beats $1,600 a month mortgage, $1,600 a month rent, $4 a week for dog food. We do pickup orders, so we don't, grab and go. We're saving faster than ever. Let go of what looked normal, what might finally be free. Tell me what's your best. I saved money. A genius tip. I'll wait.
Wellness check. Wellness check. Anybody home? Wellness check. Wellness check. A little boy has been living homeless for what we believe to be years here in Seattle, and CPS won't intervene. The designated crisis response team won't intervene. Police won't intervene. The thought is this child is safer here with his parents than in foster care, where his mom could be triaged to treatment for her addiction to fentanyl. There's fentanyl foil here on the ground. There's rats all over this encampment, this tent. There's foil, there's garbage, there's rot. It's cold, it's windy, it's raining. It's inhumane to leave this family here. Drugs, lighters, flammables. But what I'm also seeing here is some well-intended do-gooders have dropped off bags of supplies, including Narcan, more worried about reversing an overdose than putting this child indoors in the freezing cold, in the rain, in the wind. Neighbors are walking by. It's very sad. People have become inured and numb to the tragedy that's all in and around these beautiful neighborhoods. Foil, rot, mold. I want to give a shout out to Christine Moreland from The More We Love, the neighbors who have called, who have reached out. But unfortunately, the goal for Washington State and King County is to keep families together at all costs. What a juxtaposition, what hypocrisy. On one hand, take away parental rights. On the other hand, give them all the rights in the world when it comes to living out here outside, addicted to fentanyl, raising a 10-year-old boy here outside. As we bag up the rest of this camp, including these bottles full of urine, the fentanyl foil, the rotten food, the condoms.
This is all trash.
We have to ask ourselves where we're failing this family from a policy standpoint. The city of Seattle came out here and dropped off their card. We have a progressive law passed in 2018 by Lauren Davis called Ricky's Law. It could be used to intervene with this family, as this scenario is a grave danger to themselves and others, that being this 9-year-old boy.
Most people living in tents didn't start there. They moved down a ladder of compromises. First came cutting expenses, then roommates, then couch surfing. When those options ran out, the street became unavoidable. But even then, many tried to create structure. A tent means a defined space, a small sense of privacy, somewhere to put belongings. It's not a home. It's a boundary against total exposure. Many of these people still have jobs. They wake up early, they go to work, they contribute, then they return to camps along sidewalks, parks, and underpasses. This isn't homelessness caused by personal failure. It's housing failure caused by cost. When rent consumes most of a paycheck, missing one step is all it takes to fall.
Excuse me. Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's your life story? Nice to meet you. What's your life story?
Stau here.
Why are you homeless?
Hey, homeless, mother, father.
How long have you been on the streets for?
4 months.
4 months. Living in the tent.
Yeah.
Brother, I have something for you today. But I need you to come with me. Will you come with me?
Why?
Because I'm going to help you today. I'm going to take you with me today.
Come back.
Now. No, come back. We go together now.
You sleep here?
No sleep here.
No, I will sleep. Okay, brother.
You trust me?
Yep.
And you get. Come on. 3 nights here, and then we're going to try and raise some more money for you to be here a bit longer, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No, everything in the shower,
It's good.
toothbrush, everything, okay? Get in there, get clean, get healthy, clear the mind,
Thank you.
and then we're going to get you sorted.
Thank you.
All right, brother, come in. This is going to be your home for the next few days, okay? Very nice. No more sleeping in the tent. Just, are you happy?
Yeah.
Good man. Listen, I'm going to try and sort you out. We're going to try and raise some money. I've also got you some bits and pieces today. You've got to get cleaned up. I think this is really important for you. Get cleaned up, make yourself feel good. You've been sleeping in a tent for a long time.
Yeah.
And then maybe tomorrow or the next day we'll come back and see you and we'll try and raise a bit more money just to get you on your feet, okay?
Okay, brother.
Okay,
Thank you,
brother.
brother.
Listen, I also have one more thing for you today, okay?
Yeah.
There's just a little bit of money in here for you, okay? There's some money in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for you.
For me?
For you.
Thank you very much.
And it can help you with some food and bits and pieces, okay? Make sure you eat. Eat, shower, get yourself back on your feet. And then I'll come back to you in a week's time and we're going to try and help you more, okay?
Thank you very much.
Brother.
God bless.
Saturday, November 13th, 2021, 2:45 p.m. Just want to show off this little shelter I have that I currently live in. First found this spot 3.5 years ago now. I've spent most of my life homeless for unconventional reasons, like if you really dig into it, it makes sense, but it's really hard to explain. Like, I don't do drugs, I don't drink. I mean, like I said, it's really hard to explain. I'm just a loner, a nomad. Hence the name, Rob the Nomad. But yeah, I found this spot 3.5 years ago. And my stuff has been unfound, untouched, other than animals destroying everything, the entire time. Started out as just a tent. Well, I was in a tent down the hill a little ways, but the hill just was really annoying to sleep on. And people could see me from down there, so I moved up here. And you could still see from the road, like, I don't know how well this camera can show it. It's just a cheap phone, but there's road everywhere, all around me. Cars, people walking, businesses. So I'm trying not to be seen. I set up the tent, and the woods are full of like fallen dead trees everywhere. Just, it's kind of cleared out now because all the trees are around my shelter. But if you go up into the woods, it's just like thick bush, dead trees and branches. So I started laying them around the shelter, like to keep the animals out, raccoons and all that, and be less visible. And over the years it's progressed into this, which I'm pretty proud of. It's pretty amazing. It's rainproof. I don't know about the snow yet. It's supposed to snow tonight, so we'll see. But it's windproof, rainproof, animal-proof. Like, sometimes animals still come in here, but it's not so bad. And this tarp, like right here where the bungee is, it comes down and then stakes to the ground, so I have an extra wall. Then there's a little outdoor area. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. You have the tent in there, the cooler, chair. Sleeping bag and that blanket was what I used last year. But they got soaked and moldy and animals like got into it, so they're now walls, which helps a lot with the wind and the cold. I have a little broom that I found on the side of the road to try to keep it clean. And I have an extra tarp around the tent, which helps so much. Then there's a tent behind for a back wall. That's where the wind comes from. And both of these tarps are staked to the ground behind the tent. And then they're zip tied and tacked and have gorilla tape. Have ventilation back there. And it's held up. Like, don't be fooled by that stick, it's really sturdy. Then the tent poles from my last tent that was destroyed by animals and snow. Then I even have the stick staked to the ground so it won't move in the wind. Yeah. This is my home. Three and a half years now. I don't know how. Like, I'm so close to everybody. I don't know how nobody has found this place. Hope I'm not jinxing it. But I've even heard people come into these woods. And I found another camp probably 100 yards away. Really old camp, but yeah, I was out here last summer and people came into the woods. I thought they were looking for me. Like, I really think they were. But they couldn't find it. Thanks to all these trees and the brown tarp. It works perfectly. And then this is my trail. It's like a deer and raccoon trail. It goes down the hill, then to the left, and out to the road. But now with all the leaves gone, like, you're completely visible. Like, I'm completely visible right now. I'm just risking it. So I had to create a new one. It's still visible. I don't know how it's gonna work in the snow. Go up here. I cleared all this out. Like, this trail right here looked like this. Just a complete mess of sticks and fallen trees and branches. So I cleared all this out, added it to my walls. I thought about continuing up, but there's a house back there. If I go any further, it could see me. So I turned, cleared all this out, and this also looked like this. Now it's a clear path, and it goes down the hill and out to the road. It's nice. Winter is here, though. It's supposed to snow tonight finally. We'll see how that goes. Don't really have a problem keeping warm. I have some good blankets, and the heat stays in the shelter very well. It's probably 5 to 10 degrees warmer inside than it is out here. And it's bad for the summer because it's an oven. Yeah. This wall is probably the smallest of all of them. It's mostly branches, but it does have some trees in there. And this wall, I built it up with bigger trees because I have a tree right next to me. It's like all dead. The woodpeckers get it all the time, and I thought 2 years ago it would have fallen by now, but it's still there. I've tried to push it down like you can move it. So that's why I have all the bigger trees as part of this, so if it falls, like, maybe it won't get me. And the branches go in right above the tent, right above my head, so I'm pretty protected. Yeah. Wish I lived a normal life. I'll explain it another day. Plan on doing a lot with this channel. Take a little look into my life. But just hanging out in the woods.
Living in a tent isn't a lifestyle. It's the physical evidence of an economy that stopped working for regular people. Housing is supposed to be the foundation of stability, the thing that allows people to work, rest, and rebuild. When that foundation collapses, everything else becomes fragile. Health declines. Mental strain increases. Opportunities disappear. People live day to day focused on safety rather than progress. What's most unsettling is how close this reality is to so many others. One rent increase, one job loss, one medical bill, that's all it takes. This isn't about extremes, it's about margins shrinking to zero. When wages stagnate and rent rises unchecked, people don't vanish. They adapt. They move into cars, into storage units, into tents, and each step down is treated as an individual problem instead of a systemic one. People living in tents are often portrayed as disconnected from society. But many are still deeply connected. They work nearby, they shop nearby, they exist alongside everyone else. They are not outsiders, they are reminders. Reminders that the economy doesn't fail loudly, it fails quietly. One lease at a time, one paycheck at a time, one tent at a time. A society should be judged not by how it markets success, but by how it handles survival. When tents become a housing solution, the issue isn't personal responsibility, it's collective failure. And ignoring it doesn't make it disappear, it just makes it easier to step around. Until one day, the distance between stability and the sidewalk is far smaller than anyone expected. This isn't a story meant to shock. It's meant to be understood, because when people are living in tents simply because rent is unaffordable, the real question isn't why they're there. It's how long this economy expects people to endure it.